YouTube, this is A Fitness and welcome to another video. Just before I start, I always want to thank you for all the support you give me, because I always love reading your comments. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so already, because as you see from my cover photo on YouTube, I upload 3 to 4 times a week of entertaining and informative content. So as you saw from the title of the video, I'm going to be talking about how the Bible relates to bodybuilding, because I have a Christian faith and I don't think it's been done on YouTube yet, so I'd like to tell you my spin on it, and I'd also like to hear what you guys think about it as well in the comments section. So first of all, I've got a couple of quotes from the Bible that are directly related to bodybuilding. So Timothy chapter 4 verse 8, "For physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, holding both the present life and the life to come." And in 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 20, it says, "Glorify God in your body." And finally, 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 31 says, "So, whether you eat or drink, or whatever you do, do it all to the glory of God." And also in the Bible it talks about how the body is a temple, how you're representing God through your body. So personally, if you look after your own body, you're showing that you're representing God in the best way possible. And you've got to think that bodybuilding is just like any other sport, really. A lot of people say it's a very vain sport because you're always constantly looking at yourself, you're boosting your ego. But essentially it is just like football, like cricket, and you have a lot of Christians who are footballers, cricketers, athletes, so on. So bodybuilding is just the same. Next, I've got a couple of quotes in the Bible that talk about how hobbies can turn into obsessions, and also what you shouldn't do. So in John chapter 4 verse 24 it says, "God is spirit, and those who worship him must worship him in spirit and truth." Exodus chapter 20 verse 3 says, "You shall have no other gods before me." Because sometimes people put bodybuilding before the most important things. So sometimes people put bodybuilding before their faith, they put it before their family, and what it should be is that you should fit bodybuilding around your life rather than fitting your life around bodybuilding. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 12 says, "All things are lawful for me, but not all things are helpful. All things are lawful for me, but I will not be dominated by everything." So I can't stress enough, with bodybuilding it's important to keep to a strict routine that you can stick to, but as I say, you shouldn't let it dominate your life, so you shouldn't let it stress you out. What I'm saying is that you should keep to a strict routine, but not let it dominate your life. Don't get obsessed by it, but make sure you enjoy it. One quote that really did stand out to me was 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 7. It says, "But the Lord said to Samuel, do not look on his appearance or on the height of his stature, because I have rejected him. For the Lord sees not as man sees. Man looks on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks in on the heart." What it's saying there is that essentially the most important thing is what's in here rather than what's on the outside. After doing some of my own research, I found a couple of very inspirational people. One on a bodybuilding forum from bodybuilding.com. His name is Jason Barnett, and he is a British natural bodybuilding champion, and he's a church youth leader at the same time. And he said Jesus would understand that real bodybuilding is about taking control of your mind and body. And also what he goes on to say later is that he's been able to strengthen his faith through his training, where I consistently see that nothing is impossible and that I can control my flesh to limitless extents when the world says this can't be done. He goes on later to say, "God has shown me that if I have managed to do this in training, I have no excuse not to show the same strength and willpower in every area of my life." So what I like to do every time before I go to sleep is pray with God. And what I like to pray about is that I pray that I'll build strength in my relationship with him, build strength in my relationship with my friends and family, and also build strength in the gym. So what I essentially pray for is that I can build strength in my everyday life so I can make it better, so I can represent him well, and also radiate my Christianity to others and also progress with my bodybuilding as well. So I hope you enjoyed that slightly different video. I just wanted to give you a little insight into how Christianity relates to my bodybuilding lifestyle. If you haven't checked out my day in the life video that I put up yesterday, be sure to check it out. I'll put a link in the description below. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Have a wonderful evening and whatever you're doing, and I'll see you in the next video. And keep making gains.
I want to ride my bicycle, bicycle, bicycle.